at APSI, and he's gone on to work at several venues in Leederville to start with. There was Chickies, Niche Bar, there's a couple that I can remember, and now he's moved on to Ven Bar in Queen Street. I think you should go and have a look. What I'd like to say about Julien is that he wasn't born a mixologist. Maybe he was. Maybe he was.
As a bartender.
Certainly where some of us are born with passion, but we learn skills and we gain knowledge along the way, and that's what this course is about, is for you to learn some skills and knowledge to take you into your career in hospitality. And I think maybe you'll talk to the students shortly about, you know, whether you've gained something from this course, but mostly with skills, whilst we can give you a little bit, mostly what you're going to get is improvement over a period of time in your workplace. You watch people do things. Would that be correct, Julien? I mean, it'd be great for you to say, you know, how you started and got to where you are today, that you can come and show us. And of course, you all know Miracle, he's assisting Julien today, and they're working together. Do you want to have a few words to the class, just about how you got to where you're going, you know, where you are and where you're going?
So, my name is Julien. Nice to meet you, everyone. I'm from a French island, so I speak French. If you speak French, it will be easier for us.
Bonjour.
So, bonjour, ça va?
Ça va très bien.
Ça va très bien. So, I've been working in hospitality for 3 years, and I started as a kitchen hand in a very busy Asian restaurant. I started after as a glassy at Niche Bar. I became a head glassy after they trained me as a bartender, and that's where I found love. So I became the head bartender over there. After I had the head bartender in a Mexican restaurant, doing tapas as well. They gave me an opportunity to work at Ven, so I said yes, and I became now the supervisor, bar supervisor. I've been working as well in the bar tavern, the gate. I don't know if you know, it's a bit further of the city. Very nice place. So now I'm going to show you how to operate a bar and provide non-alcoholic drinks.
Excellent. So first, just maybe you two can talk about how you started the process of the mise en place, about getting ready, because that's what it's all about. Once the talking's done and we get into the action, I'd like to invite my class in particular to come and stand here so that you've got a bird's eye view of what's going on, and then the other class can stand around, because you've already seen it before. So I want these guys to have a bird's eye view. But yeah, if you can talk about, you know, operating a bar means that you can't just rock up to work when the customers arrive. You need to be ready for them so that you can provide quality service. So what sort of things did you do to get today's bar open, let's say?
So just to let you know, when you arrive in a bar, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be, for example, where I work, they work for the cafe time as well. So the bar chef is dirty, more about coffees and everything. So when I arrive, I've just got a cloth, blue cloth, and I clean all of the bar chefs. Get everything, the mise en place, get the first one is going to be this one, who needs to be prepared. So you get all the straws, all the napkins, the menu, the cocktail menu, because I want to sell cocktails, just cocktails, cocktails, cocktails. So on both sides of the extremities of the bar. And after you're going to get your station ready. Here the customers, they don't see here, just a little bit quick, but not. So here you're going to have your station, you're going to have your chopping board. Sometimes you have another station for another bartender where you can switch and everything. So you're going to get your foods ready, get your glassware ready, get your cocktailware ready, everything ready, just be prepared. Because when the customer arrives, he likes to see when everything is ready. Like if he's coming, oh, how are you? And you're doing everything, you're cleaning everything. Doesn't look really good. And they're going to think about, oh, this place, they were not prepared. It happens, man. It happens sometimes that you arrive late and nothing is prepared, and it's a bad point of view. It's a really bad point of view.
Really? How often does it happen that you
No,
arrive
because
late?
when I was working, for example, in a nightclub, we had like a big trouble. The fridge wasn't working, and we had a function coming at 7. And all the staff was here at 6, starting at 6. And when we arrived, so we had to move everything from the fridge back somewhere where we can keep it cold. So nothing was prepared. The function arrived, and we have to prepare everything. They were like, oh yeah, but we want a cocktail, but you don't have ice, you don't have nothing. Nothing is cold. We want a beer, but nothing is cold. So it's looks really bad.
I'm really glad you spoke about that, because we talked about maintenance of equipment today. And if you don't maintain your equipment, then you're going to have many more bad days than you need to in hospitality. And so we can see that punctuality is something that's really important for customer service, good customer service, maintenance, getting your station clean. So starting in the right way is vital really to the success of how you're going to operate your bar. And it does happen that the fridge or the cool room breaks down, but not on your watch hopefully, because you've got a good maintenance program. Yeah, because go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay, so now I'd like to show you guys about the utensils you're going to use.
So do you want to get up then and have a look if he's going to start showing? Crowd around the bar so that you can see what's happening.
So that's going to be your cocktail shaker. It's called as well a Boston shaker.
A what shaker?
Boston.
Boston shaker?
Yeah, like the city
Boston,
Boston in America. Yeah. So it's called Boston shaker. So you have the mixing glass, the glass part, and your cocktail shaker, the metallic part. So usually when you're going to fill it, it's just going to be on the side like that, and you just tap it, and after you can shake it, drop it, wake it, up to you. You have as well your measuring part. It's called a jigger. So you use a jigger just to measure your liquid. So for example, if you pour 1 shot or 15 shots on there, and you can pour 15 as well. So that's the jigger. You have another style of jigger, which is the metallic part. That's 30 ml, just to let you know. It's a 1 shot and half a shot, 15 ml. You have a ice scoop, which is going to go in the ice bucket. So you're going to ice your glass. For example, you have your vodka inside and you ice your glass to the top. Here. After I'm going to introduce you to the fine strainer. To a strainer. I'm going to show you why you use this one. To a bar spoon. And to a muddler. You use a muddler just to muddle the fruits inside your mixing glass. For example, you do a cocktail. You have your mixing glass and you have 1 piece of lime. So you get your muddler, and muddle it. You're going to get your alcohol in there, and everything from the ice. So when you finish to prepare your cocktail, you're going to use the metallic part and you're going to close it. Try to give it an angle. Don't put it on the middle, after it's going to be hard to open. Try to put it on an angle here. You're going to understand why. So after when you shake it, you have 1 hand here and 1 other hand here. And you go with the maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and you're going to see here it's freezing. It's going to freeze your hands for the first time. You're going to be like, I don't want to do it. After to release the cocktail part, you're going to try to release on that side, not on that side, because sometimes it's over the mixing glass. Never kick here, never kick there. It's going to be hard, you're going to hurt your hand and everything. So try to kick between. It's just going to be here, on the side, just a little kick, it's open. So you're going to take, I'm going to show you, introduce you as well to the glassware, but I'll just show you quick how you make a cocktail. And you have your strainer, which is going to keep the ice, and your fine strainer, which is going to keep the breaking ice, the really small pieces, and you fine strain it inside your glass. tap, just to get everything, and that's it. Now you have your cocktail or drink. When you finish to make a cocktail, you're gonna have on your bar somewhere to clean your station. Unfortunately, here is in the kitchen. But you have usually like a tap and you can clean everything. So before you serve the cocktail, you clean your shakers. Clean everything, put it back here to be ready for another cocktail or to be ready for another bartender behind you waiting to make a cocktail. Annoying part is when you arrive and you're like, oh man, I don't have any cocktail shaker, and the other guy is serving and all the cocktail shakers are dirty. That's really, really annoying.
So you're saying keep clean as you go?
Keep clean as you go, yes. As soon as you finish the cocktail, you don't serve it. When you serve it, is when you do this gest. When you say voila. I say voila because I'm French, sorry.
What drink is that you just made?
That one I would say is like a chill vodka.
Chilled vodka?
Chilled vodka with some lime juice.
Does any garnish get served with it?
No, that's just to show them how to. I don't want to go. I'm going to show you some cocktails after. I just want to show you the process, how to shake a cocktail, and what you use inside everything. So where was I? Yes. Where was I? So everything is clean as you go. And when you finish with everything, so if you have a garnish, you garnish. If you don't have any garnish, you don't garnish. But you get a napkin. And you present, for example, you're the customer. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Julien. Enchanté. And you get the cocktail on the napkins. And voila, you can drink it. It's $15, please. Thank you. Voila. So as well, I want to introduce you as well to some glassware, where you can find in a bar, in many places. So this is a beer pint. You're going to pour the beer, you got a draft beer, just draft it, pour on the side. When you pour the beer, try to keep on an angle. If you pour like that, it's going to get really frothy. Just try to keep on an angle. You have an eyeball glass. You have a shot glass. You can have a shot of vodka, a shot of tequila, everything. Margarita glass. Flipped. Champagne. And a hurricane glass for some mocktails, or if you want to be fancy for the cocktails. It's very nice. And you have as well a martini glass. So this is the martini glass, which is really similar to the margarita glass. It's just the form of it. So voila for the glassware. Do you have any questions so far?
No.
No?
No.
Super. So as I told you, try to keep everything clean. So when you finish to serve a customer, you should have a tea towel. Usually it's in your pocket, the back there. Sometimes it's just next to the station here or somewhere else. There, hanging up. So you clean the station and you look at the other customer and you say, hi, how are you? How can I help you? What would you like? If they don't know nothing, you just help them with your money. That's how I work. I like to work. If you guys want to have a look, because if you want to have a better view, you should come around there and see how it is. So I clean everything. Did Lizette give you the bar some cocktails I'm gonna make? Cosmopolitan, classic martini.
Not yet.
Not yet? Do you know how to make a cosmopolitan?
No.
No? Have you heard about it before? Yeah? Where have you heard about it?
Bars.
Bars?
Bars.
Do you know Sex in the City?
Sex on the
Yes.
beach. Not Sex in the City.
Yeah, Sex on the Beach, yeah. So yeah, it's very popular with Sex on the City. Sorry. So Cosmopolitan is a very classic cocktail. It comes from Kamikaze, which is another classic cocktail. Kamikaze is just vodka, control, so control is a triple sec, orange liquor, and lime juice. That's Kamikaze. Cosmopolitan is going to be just with cranberry juice added, because it's making pink And the girls, they love that. They love pink cocktails, pink colors, something fancy. They will love.
Can I ask one question?
Yes.
That I think it's good the guys know. How many students drink can fit like in a martini glass that is one that we use most of times?
Yeah.
How many?
The thing is, in Australia, you have to put just 2 standard drinks. So it's going to be 2 shots of alcohol in any of your cocktails. You cannot go over 2 shots. That's the rule in Australia. In France, you can go off. In France, they're going to pour you, for example, a vodka Red Bull. They're going to put you that of vodka and that of Red Bull. In Australia, it's going to be that of vodka and that of Red Bull.
Why is that, Julien?
RSA.
What
Do
does
you know
that
about
mean?
RSA?
Yes.
Yes? So what does it mean?
The responsible service of alcohol.
Alcohol, yes.
Okay, and so essentially you're saying that you would be breaching the law if you poured more than
If
double
you
shots.
pour more than double shot, you will be breaching the law. If someone saw you, if someone report you, you can go to the court and pay the fine of $1,000 as a bartender. So it's not playing around. Welcome to Australia. Sorry. Lisa, did you give them the
menu? No, you're going to
No?
talk to them about the menu.
Okay.
You have got access to the menus, to the recipes. You will have access to the recipes, but I'd like Julien to talk you through these recipes, tell you whether they're alcoholic or non-alcoholic, or maybe he shouldn't tell you and you can tell him when he questions you. And I'd like you to be aware of how many standard drinks are in each alcoholic beverage, and of course what the main components of the non-alcoholic beverages are. When you're talking about the non-alcoholic beverages, cocktails for example, I'd like you all to think about customer preferences, and we'll have a discussion about it later.
Okay, so the first cocktail I'm going to talk to you is a Cosmopolitan, as you all already talked about it. So Cosmopolitan, if you want to write it down, it's going to have 30 ml of vodka, 15 ml of control, which is a triple sec, an orange liquor, which is here, triple sec, so it's like not too alcoholic, it's a liquor. Just to let you know, a liquor got less of 15% of alcohol. Over, it's not a liquor, it's a spirit. So less than 15 or 15% of alcohol, it's a liquor. But the thing confusing is in America or England, I think I'm going to ask to Harry, they call liquor everything. In England, they call liquor over 15% of alcohol as well. They call liquor is a word for spirits as well, yeah?
Yeah, that's Americans call it liquor, don't they? They call it scotch.
They call liquor, yeah. But here you call liquor under 15%, but over is a spirit. So that one is going to be a liquor, orange liquor, 15% of alcohol. You use lime juice as well, 15 milliliters of lime juice, and 30 to 45 milliliters of cranberry juice. So that's a Cosmopolitan. So I'm going to show you how I make Cosmopolitan with a little bit of called flair. Do you know a bit about flair? Yeah? So what is it?
Like, you know how people like throw the bottles and
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
It's like putting on a show for everyone.
It's like, yeah, entertaining everyone. So I'm going to do Cosmopolitan, and you're going to see how I do it with a little bit of show as well. But I'm under pressure, so just relax and do it. It's so sad that we don't have music. Amiko, do you want to sing?
No.
You should on some music.
Sorry?
You should on some music.
You guys should shout, yeah!
Woo!
Whoa. So you have your mixing glass, so I didn't show everything, but you have your mixing glass ready and the customary form. So you get your lime.
So imagine that in a nightclub or
Yeah,
a bar.
so you have the
you know,
music
you're
and
out,
everything, or the ladies shouting.
music. What happens to the ladies when you're doing that?
I cannot say.
They give
I'm
numbers.
gonna get naughty.
They give numbers or they go home with it, that's it.
of that while you're remembering the recipe. Yeah, and not being shy.
And all the orders.
Yeah. It's called multitasking at its best.
Another phone numbers.
Yeah.
Can I get it?
That's where the assistant gets it.
So I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's
get
the
my.
assistant takes the phone
I
numbers.
take care of this part.
Oh!
Oh.
Woo! Bravo!
Can I get it there? Come on, don't move.
Hey!
It's really fun to make Cosmopolitan. You can do so many things.
Another one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Hey. So that's a little massage called a bartender massage.
Ah, c'est de Julien.
Oh,
Now you hear the alcohol. He's singing, talking to you. Say I love you. So now I have my 45 milliliters of vodka. I'm going to take the triple sec. I'm going to put 15, so I'm doing free pour. Free pour is you pour without the jiggers. I've been a bartender for a few times, so I know that I'm free pouring the right amount. So you guys saw something that we shouldn't have seen.
I bet your assistant will clean that.
Yeah.
Don't let him sit
So I have
back.
15 milliliters of
I cannot
control.
behind me now.
Now I'm going to grab my lemon juice and cranberry juice. Oopa. Bit of juggling. That's when you have shit powers. You don't want to say. Okay, so you have your Cosmopolitan ready. Would you like to see a last trick with the limes? Bam! So you ice it up to the top. A little trick with the ice, good ice. You keep the last one. Now you tap it on the bar. Towards your side, I just show you, and you shake it. Smile, look at the customers. Okay. So you take your strainer and your fine strainer. There's a mistake that I didn't chill my glass, because usually your martini glass are inside the fridge. So for example, your fridge is there or behind you. Open it, you take your chill martini glass. If it's not chill, just before you make your cocktail, just chill it with some ice. Leave it there and prepare everything, do your show, everything.
And if you want to try the cocktail before,
Yeah, you can, yeah. It's true that you can try. I don't try my cocktails, I'm sorry. Because I know they're good already.
Oh.
but you not.
If you try your cocktails, use a straw and you'll block the side, this side. Unfortunately, this straw is small, you get a bigger one. And you go there, block the side. Ah, delicious. And now you fine strain it. With a beautiful pinky color for Cosmopolitan. Tap it a little bit. there, and you go to your cleaning station to clean everything. So it's going to be there. So you clean, put it back in the place. You're going to garnish now. Do you know what's the garnish for Cosmopolitan? No? Okay, so it's because in every cocktails, if you use lime juice, you can use a lime for a garnish. If you use lemon juice, you can use a lemon for a garnish. If you use strawberries, you can use strawberries for a garnish. Because we use orange liquor as well, so triple sec, control, you use the orange. I like to use, that's the way the classic part. And what you do, you're going to flame it. So you get the both side, squeeze just a little bit to release the oil, like that, and that's it. You go on the side and you're going to smell the flavors of the orange. So you have this part, and now you get the straw, your napkin, and you serve it to the beautiful lady. If you want to be fancy, you can stick it on the side, or you can put inside you. Well, thank you.